If you give voluntary consent, then we have a conversation. Do you agree? Let's try. Do you agree? I agree. State your name, date of birth, place of residence. Buchinsky Stanislav Viktorovich, I am from the Donetsk region. Yeah, I live in the city of Pokrovsk. Why were you convicted? Article, meaning and term, so that it is clear. Article 110. They explained it to me this way. This is facilitating the aggressor. You contributed to the aggressor. What time did you receive? 6.5 years. What have you done? Everything is written in the documents. It says that I put marks. Did you do this? It says yes. Did you really do this? Well, let it be, yes. That's what they decided. Okay, so be it. What else? That's all. I put marks and took photographs. That's what it says in the documents. The documents say that you took photographs and transmitted the photos. For whom did you take and transmit the photos? To some person. What kind of person was this? Looks like a man from Donetsk. Did he contact you via Messenger? He wrote via Viber. Yeah, you used Viber and you sent him the geolocations of the Ukrainian military, right? Not the geopositions of the Ukrainian military. I understand that. The documents talk about bridges. Bridges, yes. What else? Railway station. Yes, bridges and the station, the Social Security Center. It is too. Do you remember how many objects you dropped in total? Not exactly. About 5,000. This is for all time. Okay. How did you receive payment? Well, part of the payment was given to me in cash. How was the cash transferred to you? Have you met a real person? No. But as? No. How did you get the money then? They left money somewhere and wrote on Viber exactly where the money was. I received a message. And there it was indicated where the money was supposed to be. Yeah, for example, they put them in a pack of cigarettes and left them somewhere. They would leave a cigarette pack with money and tell you where to pick it up. Well, yes. What were the amounts? Small amounts. 300 or 500 hryvnia? Yes. And how many times? I don't remember. Why did you do this? What were your motives, besides money? I had no motives at all, and there was nothing on my mind. You understood that you were asked to send photos and geolocation of certain objects. They pay you money for this. Despite the fact that it is all secret, your payment is left somewhere. You understood that this was something illegal, right? I do not even know what to answer. Look, in addition to those objects that we have already talked about, a military hospital appears on the list. This was not a military hospital. This was an ordinary clinic. It's already now. When I was released for the first time, they made a military hospital there. And you were recently released from another punishment? Yes. When? I was convicted, but was released on parole. I worked in an industrial zone. There were no violations. What were you doing there? Sorting. Hello friends. I notify you that once again our Dmitry and Vladimir exchange fund received 150,000 hryvnia from the Cosmolot company. This money will be transferred to our military, who work to replenish our exchange fund. In addition, as part of the Cosmolot Airlines program, which consists of 50 Punisher attack drones, 15 have already been sent to the Ukrainian Defense Forces. Thanks to Cosmolot and private business, which helps bring our victory closer. Glory to Ukraine. In principle, everything is correct. You photographed objects and reset locations. In total, you received an award of 5,600 hryvnia. Yes. Why did you do this? Can you explain? For some reason I can't explain. Your motive, your benefit from this action, is it money? Or something else? I can't answer. It's not a lot of money. Small money, very small. There seem to be no strategic objects or anything like that. A bridge, a train station, a hospital. a social protection center, all these are strategic objects. The file says that this was before martial law. Before martial law? When? In 2022? Yes. This was in 2021. Well, yes, that's it. What is the essence of the difference? The Russians were gathering information even before the full-scale invasion. It makes sense that they would gather information before a full-scale invasion. About this war, I knew it was starting because when I was serving my sentence in the city of Terezhka, there were 6 attacks on the territory of the industrial zone of the colony in May. Is Terezhka under occupation? I do not know now. And at that time? And then no. Have there been shelling since 2014? One day a shell arrived and that was it. After that it was quiet and calm, silence. Well, the shelling took place starting in 2014, that's understandable. Well, yes. Who did the shell come from? The Russians. I don't know who shot and where. We heard it started. Martial law was introduced. So this was back in 2021? I was still. When I was in the pre-trial detention center, there were shellings, I heard. Is it 2021? This is 2014. Well, it is clear. Why did you decide to put tags? There was silence then. We did not know about such large shelling or the sound of sirens. Okay, why did you decide to put tags? I can't answer this for you. Are you a big fan of Russia? I'm not a big fan of Russia. I am for world peace. I, Buchinsky Stanislav Viktorovich, convicted under Article 110, Part 2. The article means contributing to the aggressor country. I want to go to the exchange because my brother is there on the other side. First, do you give voluntary consent?
Yes.
Last name, first name, date of birth, where you are from.
Mandrikin Ruslan Vitalievich, Dnieper City.
Yeah.
1973rd year of birth, the 4th of May.
Okay. What were you convicted for and for how long?
5 years for illegal possession of weapons and for transmitting photographs.
I understand. Did you admit guilt?
Yes.
Why did you take photographs?
Well, to send data about military equipment to the Russian side.
Did you realize that you were transferring data about equipment to Russia?
Yes.
Okay. Did you receive any monetary reward?
No. What for?
You weren't paid for this?
No, I didn't do it for that purpose. My salary was small at the factory, 9,000 hryvnia. I wanted the government to change and for salaries to be higher and life to become better.
Do you really think now that Russia would come and wages would rise?
It would be better.
Do you think that life in Russia is better than here?
Not better.
Why then should it be better for us, if even they are no better now?
Some say this, some say different.
Some say this, and some say differently, but as a result of your actions, people could have died. Understand?
Yes, I understand.
Do you realize you're an accomplice to murder?
Yes.
And how do you feel?
Well,
fine?
No, not entirely normal.
The question is, if you understood in advance what all this threatens, would you do it?
No.
Why?
I wouldn't want to get here.
Not because it's wrong, but because you wouldn't want to go to jail.
Yes.
And I'm most interested in your opinion on the correctness or incorrectness of this action. Have you rethought something?
In principle, yes. I rethought it a long time ago.
What exactly did you rethink?
That I sent these photos.
So, you sent photos. It was wrong. Why?
Because it's illegal.
Illegal. And from a moral point of view, if a missile flew there and killed people, would it be right?
No.
In short, you don't want to have a normal conversation. I must forgive you to say the word.
I am such a person.
It looks like I'm asking you leading questions in order to get the answers I want. You don't want to tell yourself. Tell me, some peaceful people died in Donetsk. What kind of peaceful people are they? Why did they die?
Well, they wrote on the internet that children were dying and everything else.
Didn't children die in the unoccupied part of Ukraine?
This is often shown on TV now. Yes, they are already dying.
Look, this was the so-called demarcation line.
Yes.
On the one hand, the separatists fired towards the Ukrainian armed forces, and the Ukrainian armed forces fired towards the separatists. And people died only on one side?
From both.
Here. Why did this war start 9 years ago? Why did it start?
There was gas or something else there.
What gas?
Everyone said so.
We wanted to get a lot of shale gas from the Lugansk region? We wanted to destroy people there, right? And there is also some story connected with this, that if we had extracted this shale gas there, then all the people there would have died. Yes?
That's what they said.
And it wasn't even us who wanted to extract shale gas, but the Americans?
People said things like that. They said that shale gas was still unsafe.
Have you somehow verified this information?
They said that gas production was unsafe.
Why?
Because everything is radioactive.
Harmful and radioactive. Have you checked this information?
No, that's what they wrote on the internet.
Look, there are different justifications for the war. Some say that Russia invaded because we were going to attack it. Others say differently, and so on. Is your version that the war is because we wanted to extract shale gas, correct?
Yes.
Do you still believe this?
Almost no longer. I, Ruslan Vitalievich Mandrikin, born 1973, ask you to take me to the territory of Russia, because my relatives are now there. I was convicted under Article 263, Part 2. This is illegal possession of a weapon. And Article 110, Part 1, high treason.
Everything is clear with the photographs. You did it and cannot explain why. Why do you need the F1 grenade?
I then purchased.
Calm down and explain normally. Everything is clear from the photo, but why do you need an F1 grenade, along with the fuse? Where did you get it? Why did you bring it home, and what did you want to do with it?
The file says that I wanted to undermine, blow up a Ukrainian tank in the city center.
Did you really want to blow up the tank?
Of course not.
What did you want to do?
Nothing by.
Wait, that doesn't happen. I don't have grenades at home. Because they are not needed. And why do you need them?
Well, in my personal file it is written that I wanted to blow up a Ukrainian tank.
What did you really want to do if you say that the personal file is written incorrectly? But really, why did you need a grenade? Let's take turns. Where did you get it?
I bought a grenade. I bought this.
Where?
Well, there, at. I bought.
Where?
I bought from a man.
Human?
Yes.
What kind of person?
I have no idea.
Are they selling pomegranates on the market in Dnieper now?
No.
Where did you buy it?
I bought from a man, and then he was caught too.
A person?
Yes.
You had a full-fledged grenade.
Yes.
Why does a person need a full-fledged combat grenade at home? Ruslan Vitalievich, explain to me.
To blow up a Ukrainian tank in the city center.
Did you want to blow up a Ukrainian tank?
Well, I can't. I don't know. I couldn't.
I don't know. Think about it.
I couldn't do it.
Look, a man has bread at home to eat sandwiches. Water flows from a tap at a person's home in order to wash their hands. A person has slippers at home to wear. Why do you need an F1 combat grenade at home?
To blow up a Ukrainian tank.
So you wanted to blow up the tank?
I wanted to, but I don't know if I could do it.
So this is different. That is, you mean that you probably wouldn't do it, but you would like to do it.
Yes.
You are a fighter. Quite a lot. Would you blow up a Ukrainian tank when Russia entered the Dnieper? Yes?
Yes. Are we being filmed now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why are you asking if we are being filmed? I immediately said that we were filming a video. You gave consent to the recording.
Well, damn.
What is all this for?
To leave for Russia overnight.
So you had to sell the apartment. Did you have an apartment?
Yes.
It was necessary to sell the apartment, take the money and go to Russia, since it's so good there. Why not? Look, you are selling an apartment in Dnieper. It is not cheap. You could get about $50,000 for your apartment, 1 room or 2 room.
I have a house.
Private house in the city of Dnieper.
Yes.
Then even more than 50. Well, okay, let it be about 50. This is normal money. You can go to Russia, you can buy some village there, you can even become the king of the village. Why is it necessary to blow up a Ukrainian tank with a grenade?
I didn't understand then.
Here's the most interesting thing. It's really interesting. Where does a person from Dnieper come from? How old are you?
50.
A 50-year-old man who seems to have lived a lot, and then he has the desire to blow up a Ukrainian tank. Why? Where does this hatred come from?
Because everyone is fighting and everything else.
Yes, they are fighting. It's true. Russia has invaded and we are at war. Any country will defend itself.
I'm angry at the government, angry at everyone else.
It's clear you're angry.
There are no normal salaries, nothing normal.
There are also a lot of people angry at Putin. There is gas underground, but people live without gas. He promised not to raise the retirement age, but then he raised it. People are angry there too, for many reasons. And here and there are evil ones. Wherever people are angry with the government, everyone is angry, in many countries, let's say. But not every person goes to blow up his country's tank or thinks about it. I can just imagine how you go and buy this grenade from that guy. You came up with something for yourself when you made this purchase.
No.
What?
I do not think.
How can you not think that you're in a fog or something?
I don't know. I no longer knew who to believe, this one, or that one, or that one.
You knew who to trust. That's for sure.
I knew it would be better then.
That's what that person told you?
Yes.
Did he say that you would be better off if you blew up the tank?
Then Russia will be here, and life will be better.
How exactly will it be better?
The government will change.
Okay, the government will change, but how will life get better? Let's remember, you have been working at that plant for a long time, where you received 9,000 hryvnia.
Yes.
How many years?
A lot. I've been working since I was 16.
At this factory?
No, at different factories.
For example, before 2014 was Yanukovych. Did you live much better?
Much.
How exactly?
Salary. The salary was stable and the work was normal.
Where did you work then?
I worked at a factory, then went to a pipe manufacturing plant. Then there was one salary, and then conditionally another. Not the same anymore. Then it was 600, and then it was 900.
$900 at the factory?
No, hryvnia. I received it.
Per day?
Per month.
900 a month?
Yes, there were such salaries.
Was it that much money?
It was fine then.
And then what happened? Did you go to a private factory under Yanukovych?
Yes, under Yanukovych.
How long did you work there?
Before Yushchenko's arrival, after his arrival, I left.
Why?
Because wages were cut and wages were not raised.
Then they cut salaries a lot?
There was a crisis, they cut down significantly. There were 2,000 then, even up to 2,000. Not really. Back then the factory didn't even raise up to 2,000 hryvnia. And then they cut it to 700 hryvnia. Then I received that amount again, but it didn't reach 2,000. They didn't raise my salary, even though I was doing my job then, but we didn't have a foreman, and I played the role of a foreman. I was both a worker and a craftsman.
You?
Yes, roughly speaking, I was the head of the group and I wasn't even underpaid for the extra work. That's it.
And what was your final salary?
1,700, raised again, 1,700.
1,700. Under Yanukovych there were 900, but there was already inflation?
Well, wages then went up a lot.
Could you buy the same thing for yourself for 1,700 and 900 before that?
No, because then there was already a big rise in prices, and
that's right. Wages almost doubled and prices almost doubled.
no, prices have risen, but wages have not risen.
It was 900, and now it's 1,700.
My salary was not enough under Yushchenko.
Has it really gotten worse?
Yes.
What then?
Okay, when this guy was president. Who was next? Poroshenko?
Our chronology is completely messed up. So I'm listening to you and thinking, when will you get to the correct chronology? Because first Yushchenko was president, and then Yanukovych.
Damn, that's right. Under Yushchenko. No. Yushchenko, Yanukovych.
Can you imagine?
I'm confused.
Do you remember when the Orange Revolution happened?
Yes, yes.
And why? Were the votes counted incorrectly? They counted the votes incorrectly. They wanted to elect Yanukovych, but they elected Yushchenko. Then Yushchenko served his term, elections again. Yanukovych.
He was elected, and during the crisis and under Yushchenko, salaries were small. Then, under Yushchenko, or rather, under Yanukovych there were normal salaries and stability, and all that.
I just can't understand. Yushchenko was before Yanukovych.
And before Yushchenko.
Can you name the presidents of Ukraine?
Under Yanukovych it was normal and stable.
There was also Kuchma.
There was also Kukma then, Kukma.
Well? Was there any stability at all under Kuchma?
Under Kukma. It was fine under Kukma, then Yushchenko came.
Now, it turns out that under Kuchma it was normal. That is, under Kuchma you received 900.
I had one salary, and then another. 900 later. Then, under Yushchenko, this salary was the same, they cut it for us, and then...
Yes.
Then again.
Then Yanukovych.
And then Yanukovych came and everything was fine for a while. My salary was raised and I stayed at the company.
So,
I performed my function, only mine. Like this. And then they started adding more work to me, and I left.
yeah, how real your story is another question. This is where Russian aggression, Russian invasion begins. You were asked to send a photo. You were told to buy a grenade and blow up a Ukrainian tank when they entered the city. They planned to go to the Dnieper.
Yes.
They said that your life will become better when you blow up the tank.
Yes.
Do you understand that they played on your unstable condition?
I don't know.
If everything was fine in your life, would you do this?
I don't know who to believe and who not to believe. I'm tired of all this. I just want. From all of us.
Do you at least have suicidal tendencies?
No.
Okay, at least that's good. Last question. What would you do if you knew all this in advance?
I don't know.
Would you buy a grenade?
No.
Would you send a photo?
Of course not.
This is already good. Okay,